Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's after a long break. I think there was a bit of delay in between because it was mainly because of the examinations in my school that was going on. So today we are going to start with our previous playlist, that is oratorical, and I'll be presenting to you a new speech, and this speech will be based on our nation, that is India, and I'll be giving the speech on the topic, the India of my dreams. So just sit back and listen to my speech, and after that we can discuss a lot more about it. A warm greeting to one and all. Today, as an Indian, I'm really proud to speak about this topic, and the main reason is that whenever I think about such a thing, the first thing that comes to my mind is anxiety as well as happiness, two emotions at the same time. So India is the world's largest democracy and it holds the largest election process in the world. India is a land of diversity, and speaking about the future India that I want, or my dream India, the first thing I would like to speak about is from a foreigner's perspective, because whenever you hear videos about foreign people reacting to India, the first thing they say is poverty. And when I'm hearing that about my nation, the first thing I feel is that India is not poor. It's a rich nation. We are rich in terms of our culture, our literature, and many other things. But of course, there is income disparity in our economy. And I would like to address poverty much like an income inequality. And the main reason is that India's national income is really high, but the distribution of the income among our people is really in a disparity. And you can observe it from Maharashtra itself. Our industrial capital of India, that is Mumbai, is bordered by Asia's largest slum, that is Dharavi. So from this itself, you can see the income disparity in India. And of course, as a nation, what should we all need? What we need is equality. And as per our constitution, we have written in our preamble that we are the people who decide that our nation should be equal, it should be secular, and it should provide fraternity. So my dream India, of course, it should have equality and even economic equality, and that is where we alienate poverty. Do you know something that's really interesting about the history of India? The main thing is that from history itself, Indian rulers were having constant fights among themselves, and this was advantageous to both Alexander and the British. Both of them witnessed the advantage of Indian rulers fighting against each other, and they could easily capture us. And still today, we can say that we were successful in overthrowing the British of 200 years of their rule because we united against them. Now, after 75 years of independence, can we say that all of us are together without any condition separating us? No, we can't. What is the main reason between that? The main reason is that we are different. Indians are diverse and we have different thoughts, especially in religion. And our constitution is very vast and it's very mindful, and it speaks about different religions. It gives equal right to every religion and even to people who don't even believe in anything. The main thing is that when we have differences, if we fear the differences, we are creating riots and we are harassing people and we are creating chaos in the society. So Indian society was always filled with hierarchical orders and casteism and classism and a lot of such features, which we tried the best to alienate with our constitution. But can we really say that our society is not anywhere near these social evils again? No, we cannot. The main reason is that they exist till date, and we can witness it from people having debates and fights over their religion. I want my future India to be secular. I want what the constitution makers made India to look like in their dreams. I wanted India to be their representation of imagination. I want it to be like that. I want all people across religions to stand together so that we can develop. Because when we have a lot of religious groups between us and all of us follow those paths to the same objective, and the same objective is goodwill. So even if a person who does not believe in anything and he believes in law and justice, what even he thinks is about the good of mankind. What he should focus is on the good for the common people, and we should unite our means and we should give our best selves. So the second thing that I would always want my future India or my dream India to possess will be secularism, which will lead us to our development. So today we have a real life example of India's importance in international affairs too, and that is the Russia-Ukraine crisis which is ongoing on. So from the first timing when we heard about this crisis of Russia invading Ukraine, we thought that it would be a diplomatic dilemma for India between the West and Russia. And today we see that India is the most advantageous country in this position, and we are standing between nations to mediate. So that is something or some trait that I want my nation to retain even in the future. I want my nation to become a link nation between the world powers to retain international order and peace, and that is what India is always about. Even from history, from Gandhi's principle, we have always stressed on international peace, security and coordination and love among human beings. The CEOs of most renowned American tech companies like Google and Twitter and so on are Indians. Our highly intellectuals are migrating to other countries for their benefits. And my dream India should have all of them here for our development, our country's progress. And that is what my India should look like. We should have debates among us. We should have value for each and every opinion, and we should include them in our governance, but still united should we stand in our unity in diversity. Thank you.